Hi there. This video is an exam paper walkthrough of the Edexcel GCSE Mathematics Foundation Tier Paper 2 from summer 2023. This paper is worth 80 marks in total, and this is the fourth video of 4. It will focus on questions 23 to 28, which account for 22 of these marks. Edexcel Paper 2s are calculator papers, so a calculator should be used. A little disclaimer: there may be more than one way to answer a question. The methods shown in this video are not the only way some mathematical skills can be applied. Okay, let's get started. Question 23. We have been given a double inequality where n is an integer. Part A, write down the greatest possible value of n. So the greatest possible value of n, if we look at these values, we can include -2, then it'd be -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not including the 5 in this range of values because there is no line underneath that symbol that makes it an equal to symbol. So the greatest possible value of n is 4. On the number line below, show the inequality, this double inequality here, on the number line. So we need a circle at -4 and we need a circle at +1. We're going to join these two together, but we just need to check whether or not we need to fill those circles. So this is a less than or equal to sign, so we need to fill that circle. This one doesn't have an equal to line underneath it, so we're going to leave that circle empty. Part C, solve 2/5 g, subtract 4 is less than 6. So the first thing we're going to do is add 4 to eliminate this subtract 4. So that leaves me with 2/5 g. When I add 4 on this side, 6 plus 4 is 10. So 2/5 g is less than 10. Currently it's 2/5 multiplied by g. So if I divide by 2/5, that will tell me what I need on this right hand side. So 10 divided by 2/5 is equal to 25. So g is less than 25. It's important because we've got an inequality symbol here that we write the full thing. G is less than 25. Question 24. Here is a triangle and a rectangle. All measurements are in centimetres. The area of the triangle is 10 centimetres greater than the area of the rectangle. Work out the value of x. So let's find out the area of each of these two shapes, but we're going to have to find them in algebraic form. So to find the area of a triangle, we do base times the height, and then we divide it by 2. So the base is 8, the height is 6x, and then we would divide by 2. 8 multiplied by 6x is 48x, and then 48 divided by 2 leaves us with 24x for the area of the triangle. Now let's do the rectangle. We would do length times width, so we would do 5 times 4x subtract 1. These brackets are important because it's 5 times everything here. So let's expand. 5 times 4x is 20x. 5 times -1 is -5. Now it says the area of the triangle is 10 centimetres greater than the area of the rectangle. So the area of the triangle is 24x, but it's 10 centimetres more than the area of the rectangle. So we would have the area of the rectangle plus another 10 centimetres. So let's just simplify this a little. 20x subtract 5 plus 10. So -5 plus 10 gives us 20x plus 5. Now we're going to solve for x. So we're going to subtract 20x from both sides, which leaves us with 4x equals 5. And the last step will be to divide by 4. So x equals 5 divided by 4, which is 1.25. And let's pop that on the answer line. 1.25. Question 25. Last year, a family recycled 800 kilograms of household waste. 57% of this waste was paper and glass. Weight of paper recycled to the weight of glass recycled is expressed in the ratio 12:7. Calculate the weight of glass the family recycled. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find out 57% of 800 because this is what the total weight of paper and glass is. So 57% of 800. So 57% is 0.57 as a multiplier. So if I do 800 times 0.57, that will tell me what 57% is. So that's 456 kilograms. And that's that 57%, which is paper and glass. And our ratio deals with paper and glass. So the weight of the paper to the weight of the glass is in the ratio 12:7. So I'm now going to share this amount into this ratio. So we have 12 plus 7, 19 parts in total. So I'm going to do 456 divided by 19, which is 24. So I want the weight of glass. So I'm going to multiply this side of the ratio by 24. 7 times 24 is 168. So the weight of the glass is 168. Question 26. A number D is rounded to 1 decimal place. The result is 12.7. Complete the error interval for D. Okay, so we want a lower bound and an upper bound. If 12.7 is the solution to 1 decimal place, then 12.65 is the minimum value, and then 12.75 would be the maximum value. 1 decimal place is 1/10, which is 0.1. Half of that is 0.05. So what I've done is subtract 0.05 for the lower value, add 0.05 for the upper value. Question 27. Tasmin buys a house with a value of £150,000. The value of Tasmin's house increases by 4% each year. Rachel buys a house with a value of £160,000 and the value of Rachel's house increases by 1.5% each year. At the end of 2 years, whose house has the greater value? You must show how you get your answer. So let's start with Tasmin's house. So that's 4% each year. 4% is 0.04 as a multiplier, but it's an increase, so it'd be 1.04 as a multiplier. So we would have 150,000 multiplied by 1.04 to the power of 2 years. It's compound interest, a repeated percentage change. So the value of Tasmin's house would be 162,240. Now let's do the same for Rachel. So she's got 160,000. At 1.5% is 0.015, but it's an increase, so it's 1.015. 1.015. Still to the power of 2 years. Which is 164,836. Whose house has the greater value? Well, Rachel's has the greater value. Oh, I can't speak. Because 162,240 is less than 164,836. Question 28. Here are 5 graphs. 5 graphs here. The table shows the equations of these graphs. Match the letter of each graph with its equation. Okay, so first things first, we have 2 straight line graphs. So they're going to be graphs that don't have any powers in them. So we have this one and this one potentially could be A. We have a curve, a U shape, which is a quadratic curve. So the only equation we have here with a quadratic in is this one. So I'm going to say that this must be graph B. This is the reciprocal graph, which is y equals 1 over x. So the only option for that is here. So that must be graph C. This graph is a curve, and the only other equation we've got with anything that would relate to a curve is x cubed. This is an x cubed curve, so I'm going to put E in there. So now we just need to decide whether A or D goes with y equals x add 3 or y equals 5 subtract 2x. So first things first, this one is a positive x. It has a positive gradient, so it must be going upwards. This has a negative x coefficient, which has a negative gradient, so it must be going downwards. So D is going upwards, so that must be this one. A is going downwards, so that must be this one.